Good morning, my miracle friends. Yet another day begins, and here we are. Best day of our lives. Yay! As we sit here quietly, rub your hands together and place them over your beautiful, precious, beating heart. Give yourselves a cheeky smile. And feel the excitement of a new day building up inside. Close your eyes and turn your attention inwards. Emancipate yourselves from mental slavery. None but ourselves can free our minds, said by Bob Marley. Lesson 4, A Course in Miracles. These thoughts do not mean anything. They are like the things I see in this room, on this street, from this window, in this place. Unlike the preceding ones, these exercises do not begin with the idea for the day. In these practice periods, begin with noting the thoughts that are crossing your mind for about a minute. Then apply the idea to them. If you're already aware of unhappy thoughts, use them as subjects for the idea. Do not, however, select only the thoughts you think are bad. You will find, if you train yourself to look at your thoughts, they represent such a mixture, in a sense, none of them can be called good or bad. This is why they do not mean anything. In selecting the subjects for the application of today's idea, the usual specificity is required. Do not be afraid to use good thoughts as well as bad. None of them represent your real thoughts, which are being covered up by them. The good ones are but shadows of what lies beyond, and shadows make sight very difficult. Bad ones are blocks to sight and make seeing impossible. You do not want either. This is a major exercise and will be repeated from time to time in somewhat different forms. The aim here is to train you in the first steps towards the goal of separating the meaningless from the meaningful. It is a first attempt in long-range purpose of learning to see the meaningless as outside of you and the meaningful is within. It is also the beginning of training your mind to recognize what is the same and what is different. In using your thoughts for application of the idea of today, identify each thought by the central figure or event it contains. For example, this thought about blah 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 does not mean anything. It's like the things I see in this room, on this street, and so on. You can also use the idea for a particular thought that you recognize as harmful. This practice is useful, but it is not a substitute for more random procedures to be followed for the exercises. Do not, however, examine your mind for more than a minute or so. You are too inexperienced as yet to avoid a tendency to become pointlessly preoccupied. Further, since these exercises are the first of their kind, you may find the suspension of judgment in connection with your thoughts particularly difficult. Do not repeat these exercises more than 3 or 4 times during the day. We will return to them later. And such a liberation in observing that my thoughts do not mean anything. And you can start with anything, as it says, good thoughts or bad thoughts. And just keep telling yourself they don't mean anything. You're not your thoughts. And you don't have to act upon your thoughts. Your thoughts are like invisible radio waves passing through your head, and you can tune in or tune out of them. Or you can just watch them like clouds going by in the sky without attaching any meaning to them. So give this one a go. My thoughts about the Course in Miracles don't mean anything. My thoughts about that dog barking next door do not mean anything. My thoughts about what I'm going to have for breakfast do not mean anything. So, just a little observation of whatever is popping into your head. Now let's switch our light on. Beloved Divine, within us and all around us, the perfect day already exists. Thank you for guiding me and everyone concerned to this. Love before us and love behind us. Love to the left of us and love to the right of us. Love above us and love below us. Love expressed through us and love emanate from us, touching everyone and everything in the form and the formless. Where would love have me go today? What would love have me do today? What would love have me say or not say today? And to whom? Have an amazing day!